It's the Rob Sitch story.
He's at the front line, he's still on the incline. Rob Sitch, front lines, he's still on the incline. Rob
At least I got a Rocky number.
Yes, yes. Well, it'd be terrible if you got one of those sort of acoustic guitar fiddly about arpeggio style.
Jose Feliciano type.
Indeed. How about if you got, say, the Concerto de Aaron Worth by Rodriguez coming out? You know, people would say, we want our money back. Yeah. No, I thought it was a beautiful fishing melody there.
It's delightful.
And obviously you're here to talk about a new show called River Somewhere. It starts on the ABC next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Yes. I think there's 6 episodes. And we've taken a bit to give everybody a bit of a taste of it. From the time you went to Venezuela out to Los Roques, if that's how you pronounce it, off out into the Atlantic Ocean off Venezuela to catch bonefish.
Bonies.
Bonies. Let's have a look at it now. You've jagged one after a bit of a conversation about how you do it.
The technique is much the same as trout fishing. You cast a small, slightly weighted fly towards a fish, then draw it back in a series of gentle retrieves to make the fly look like something edible is swimming past. But that's when the similarity with trout fishing ends. Because once they take it, all hell breaks loose. It's like your fly got hooked on a passing speedboat. The line literally screams off the reel as the bonefish tears off, making the rod whip and bend viciously and break if you're not careful. But finally it tied, and we got our first look at one of these speedsters.
I think the great thing about this, firstly, a couple of things, is this action up here with the rod. You know, do you
Why
feel
didn't you take a ladder?
I mean, the bonefish aren't going to be fooled by this technique. They're not going to come here. What you should be doing is stalking them, getting close to them.
Bit of showbiz in there.
Show business,
absolutely.
Yeah. Did the locals applaud? Wow, these Australians, what technique?
No, the locals can't work it out because you can't eat bonefish. The locals were cray fishermen and conch fishermen and do that for 6 months of the year and then lie under a shady tree for the other 6 months until some American fishermen found the place.
Yes.
And so they watch on with amusement.
Now, look, this on these 6 stories that you've got for a river somewhere, they're fantastic stories. You go the Halkwa River in, obviously, Victoria,
yes.
River in New Zealand, a river in Scotland, a river in Italy, and a river in the Kimberleys. What would have impressed me more if you'd gone down to the Maribyrnong Creek and pulled in something really exotic, or gone down to the Parramatta River, say in the upper reaches of the Parramatta River, and pulled out something and surprised yourself, because you must have known what you were going to get where you went.
Yes, that's right, I know, but Banjo Patterson didn't really write about the Parramatta River, you see, and so you needed... we tried to make it a little bit evocative, give you a little bit of a winter primer for a fishing show. And,
yes.
Tom, I figure I've got 3 years before I end up as a host of a quiz show, so I might as well try and do as many things as I can in the meantime.
So was it a junket for you and Tom, just to show your mates, look where we went this time, the most exotic, out-of-the-way place you could ever imagine? No. Was it a junket?
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's not. I mean, if it was a junket, I'd be a show with Tom and I just showing photos to the camera like that.
Yes.
Now, we actually had to work, and we shot it on film, so we'd like to do it fairly quickly. Yeah. It wasn't a bludge.
No.
No.
Because you used, what, 16mm, so there would have been a heavy camera to lug around and a lot of, hi-hat, sticks, that sort of stuff.
There was, yeah. And the stupidity of it starts to hit you when we were hiking 12 k's into a hut up the Halkwa, and we thought, gee, we didn't think this one through as much as we probably should have.
They do have a lot of very, very good broadcast quality miniature gear these days. I know Sony, the one and only, make a terrific little camera designed for fishing people that comes with fish attached to it. Now, I was going to ask about this. There's obviously some wonderful shots of you bagging fish. How many ring-ins are there? in the program. Obviously, you had to have a couple on standby because you didn't know that you'd get a couple of brownies, say, in the Hauqua. And so how many dud shots are in it?
No, we actually, on the Hauqua, we didn't take in any backup material.
No, right. But other places, where'd the backup material?
No, we didn't. We always backed ourselves in to catch something, and there are a few tedious moments when we thought it'd be interesting to come all the way to Venezuela and show nothing.
Got to knock it in. Well, that'd be an
That's
interesting
fishing.
documentary.
That's fishing.
We actually went to Italy and we tried to pioneer fly fishing in Italy, and weren't as successful as we'd hoped to be.
Yeah.
So we ended up at a trout farm.
Right.
And
How'd you go?
Are they easy to catch?
struggled. They're tough there too.
But what I don't get is getting a fish and letting it go.
Yes.
What, do you tag it or anything so that, you know, if someone should catch it, you know, a couple of months later, they say, oh, Rob caught it, I'll add my name to it. I mean, what's the story? I mean, there are so few fish around anymore. I mean,
Well,
you get to know them personally.
It's the idea is called a recreational fishery, so that, you know, when there's a lot of people, I mean, you know, that's why we lost the elephants, because the ivory trade killed them all off, and people realised, did a bit of 2 + 2 thinking, and said if everyone takes back the fish to home, I've lost you, haven't I?
No. I'm thinking of the follow-up question.
Okay.
I'm thinking of the follow-up question.
You're going, well, you see, the follow-up question, well, I'll try and hit them with, see, drift net, bad.
Yes, bad.
Putting fish back, good.
Right. I get that, but okay,
Lost you, for sure.
But this,
because
I understand. You get a bony and it's fabulous. You reel like buggery for hours. You let it go. Very nice. Isn't he a lovely fish?
Yes.
And then you do it again. I mean, do you sense different personalities? Like, this bony's a real tearaway. Hey, Tom, look at this one, you know? Or are they all the same? If so, why do you keep bloody doing it?
In a country where pig shooting has been lifted to a high art, it's hard to make people understand that you don't have to kill something to have an enjoyable time.
No.
So the thrill,
Yeah.
you see, there's a few subtleties in trout fishing that are maybe, say, you lose when you go crocodile hunting or something.
Yeah. Oh, you've got to pull
a pig's head in a net and that sort of thing. You've actually got to think it through. See, I'm dangerously close to explaining the life cycle of an insect at the moment.
All right.
So if you want me to explain the attraction, I have so lost you.
No, I
In Batavia or something.
I think I can get you back by saying that Roy and I enjoy killing things. We believe that if you go fishing and you can jag one, say a beautiful snapper or something like that, you know, take it home and eat it by all means. And in the program, in fact, on the Hauqua, you actually take a couple of brown trout home and you revel in killing them and eating them.
That's true.
The fact of the one thing where you lose me is you get on a plane, you fly across the world to Venezuela in search of the bonies, and they're dud fish. They're not with jagging on in anybody's estimation. You know, it's a pity he invented them. If he did invent them to lurk around in that area, why didn't he put a bit more effort in taming the shark or something like that to turn it into something useful? Do you get my drift?
I get your drift.
Yeah.
But you've lost me now, too.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I think we come from, and we see it recently with John Howard, we come from a nation of people that love to travel long distances to do nothing.
Yes, that's very good. That's very good. Speaking of travel, just to change tack slightly, you went to Harvard and did a business degree.
Yes, I got halfway through it. And
Didn't you finish?
No, I had to, for various reasons.
Fishing.
Sorry, fishing.
Yeah.
The lure of the bony.
That's right. Yeah, he just had to get back to Australia to make a pile and get up those bloody ponies.
No, but I did study it for a while. Yes, I mean.
So how do you, I mean, I know you write for business columns.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. How would you rate our business people? You know, our Peter Bartells, our Johnny Elliots. He's probably not a good example, but our Tim Marcus Clarks, he's probably not a good example either. But, you know what I mean? How would you rate them? Are they right up there at the cutting edge, best in the world?
Well, quite a few of them have been very good at earning money for themselves.
Yes.
But they haven't transferred that expertise to the company they're in charge of.
Yeah.
Or when they've done that, they've somehow found themselves in Pentridge or something like that.
And is there a rule of thumb? The more you earn as a business person, the larger your office and the less you do.
Absolutely.
Is that basically it?
I think the same thing with fame. I think you would have shown that
Yeah.
the further you go, the less talent you need.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so true. That's so true.
It's funny, it's the same. I think there's some rot that sets in all of us when we... I went on Midday Show the other day, and, there's a million things. And Eddie Maguire was hosting it. Now, I've known Eddie for years and years and years, long before either of us thought we would be hosting a midday show. And as I walked out, I said, it shocked me so much to think, Eddie, I've known for years, is hosting the bloody show and interviewing me. And as I walked out, I almost went show busy and went,
oh, I wish you'd done that.
You know,
I love it when people do that.
you know, when Don Rickles does
Yeah.
that to the guy that,
Yeah.
you know, Steve Allen or something like that. And I thought, I'm on my way out.
Yeah. Did the hand come up? You attempted.
I
And
actually
Eddie
just
responded with it.
Yeah, we were just about to do the Don Rickles thing to each other.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll do a bit of a show busy thing on the way
Do
out.
it on the way out. No, that'd be good.
It involves a hug, but anyway.
Oh, no, we're not for anything now that we're talking fish.
What people don't probably realise about you as well is that you're a doctor as well. Now,
Yes.
did you ever do general practice? Did you ever...
No, I did my internship and didn't quite agree with me. I thought, I made up my mind that one week I worked 120 hours.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't think I enjoy this as much as the novelty's starting to wear off now. And but I did, you know, it's at the end of it, I think it's very satisfying. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the people, and I enjoyed. It's not an easy.
Patients
Yeah.
coming in with broken legs and screaming and all that sort of stuff.
Can you put a... But you could put a shingle out. Could you put a shingle out, or have you got to finish something else? What? Well, I don't know.
Get my
Did
driving licence or
you
something.
complete the internship, or is it like the Harvard degree? It's not quite finished yet.
It's like that extension out the back of the house that you never get done.
Is that your life? A continuing sequence of bloody
No, believe it or not.
half-finished, bloody, you know, cobbled together? Bloody...
No, I actually did it. I finished it, and I was granted a full qualification.
Yeah.
It might be revoked now that they found that out.
Do you need not much talent to be a doctor? I mean, obviously, it's a thing that lures people for much the same reasons as fishing and show business.
You're not bowling to Jim Higgs. Do you need a lot of talent? No, you need a lot of
How
commitment.
can I be sure that I'm not bowling to Jim Higgs here?
Well, haven't I hit any runs yet?
Well, you're big on self-diagnosis. I mean, if you've got a bit of a cough, do you just look in your own mirror and sort it out? Or do you go and see someone?
No.
Is there a doctor you can trust?
Yes, I've got a mate from my old days. I've actually ticked off various parts of the body as various of my friends become specialists. I've got an orthopaedic surgeon now as a mate, a respiratory physician, so if I ever get asthma, I'm home. Various other parts. So I give them a ring and I say, look, I've got this problem, but I mean, it's a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, and trust me, I've got a little knowledge.
Can we finish up by just plumbing the depths of why so many people with very little talent end up expressing themselves through a fishing rod? On the show last week, we had Tim Winton, who just loves pulling them in. Gary McDonald came on the show earlier in the year and revealed that he just loves bagging them, and now his missus bags them as well, and his missus has mercifully turned the corner and is starting to kill them, which is really good news. We've got
Don Burrows.
Donnie Burrows is a world champ at fly fishing, I think. Malcolm Fraser championed the course for many, many years. Rex Hunt, of course, has his own show, and obviously your paths will cross sooner or later.
Eddie Maguire.
Eddie Maguire's Eddie, a mad fisherman.
I believe so.
What's that about?
I don't know, it's the best distraction. I mean, you know, it's the old idea that you think that most things in life are useless, so you might as well enjoy whatever useless thing you're doing at the time. And there's a really great... I'm about to get into the life cycle of the insect now to explain fly fishing. But it's an intriguing... All fishing is an intriguing sport. It drags you to lovely places. I mean, 4 or 5 million people do it in Australia. So it's second only to renovating your house as a major pastime in this country.
Well, I think you can say it's all over and it's finished when you have the bright idea to do a tour of world golf courses. I think if you ever have that idea...
Someone suggested that to me the other day.
Oh, what did you think?
But I just said... sorry?
What did you think?
Well, I said, look, there will be one day. I mean, television's changed. I mean, you know, look at us. We think that the three of us chatting is cause for a television show. And we're getting away with it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Now, will there be a second series of the river somewhere? Do you think there's plenty of other streams to go? Did the Limpopo? I'd love to see what you drag out of the Limpopo.
We actually thought we'd do a PJ O'Rourke version because various parts of the world are in civil war at the moment. Like Chechny's got good trout fishing, so we'd take it up a step, just kick it up that little level.
While you put it in, somebody be shooting at you. Now, listen, the other thing is the commentary, which is based on The Endless Summer, or, you know, not based on, but influenced a lot by The Endless Summer.
Yes.
Did that come as you did it, or is that very much an afterthought?
I never actually went back and watched The Endless Summer, but it's one of my it's my favourite, you know, travel movie. I just think I don't surf, I won't surf, but I think anyone that watched it sort of thought there's something fantastic and, you know, romantic about travelling around the world for any purpose, rather than standing in front of the Eiffel Tower and say, here I am in Paris, here's the Eiffel Tower, built in 1884.
And it's a lot bigger than you think it is. Yeah. The camera doesn't show how big it is.
Yeah, it's a big place.
really
Oh, it's a big place. And the French speak a different language.
Yeah.
And on that cheerful note, it's time to wish Rob all the best with his big fish-filled future. And I ask everyone, whether they're at home or here in the washout, to get out their frozen packs of prawn bait and bang them together as a way of thanking Jim Higgs.